All right. Welcome everybody to our, what month are we in? May. Why is time flying so fast? Our May new coach call. I see a lot of names. I only see a few faces. I see Carol and Melissa, but I see a few names that I recently sponsored into the business. So that's really exciting to see you guys on. Plus, I know that my coaches have invited their new coaches, and I'm so happy to report that in the month of May alone, we have added over 200 new coaches to the team, which is actually not even in the, well, yeah, because it's only the 8th. So in the last week, we've added over 200 coaches to the team, which is absolutely astounding, but expected because of 2B mindset. So before I even get into our new coach training and all the tools available to you and getting you excited about this new venture that you just started on, which is absolutely incredible, I want everybody to really, really, really dig into 2B mindset. And I know everybody is coming in at, different stages that are on this call. Some are literally brand new coaches. Some have been around for a little while. But just what I'm hearing from the network and from friends that are coaches, 2B Mindset is one of those programs where businesses can be built, where someone can get a hold of it, do really well with their own transformation with the program, and make it their niche. And I know about that because I was able to do that with 2 launches, right? With the 21-day fix back in 2014, and then with 80-day obsession. And so I know how powerful one program can be to one coach. And so don't ignore this program, because like I was just telling one of my, older coaches this week, I really do feel like this program sells itself because of the fact that it is so nutrition focused and exercise is a bonus. We kind of have flipped the switch. And when you flip the switch like that, when you shake things up so aggressively, because we are a fitness company, people start to pay attention. And those people that always thought that they couldn't do what we do because we were so fitness focused are coming out of the woodworks and feeling empowered and feeling inspired by 2B Mindset. So I wanted to kick off this call by telling you that as you start this business, you truthfully, and I've been doing this for quite a long time, for 8 years now, you have a tool that can literally change not only your life in terms of your own weight loss success story, but literally financially as well. So dig in and pay attention, because I bet if you start talking about this program, whether in person, at work, to your family, to your inner circle on social media, that you can get your business started right away and fast. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I'm so inspired with what I'm seeing with even my own PS coaches who kind of couldn't quite figure out how to connect with people on the fitness side, literally at Success Club already this month, or at SC4 already this month, because of 2B Mindset. It's almost like bridging the gap for them. So pay attention, because it's going to be something that you really, really want to hone in on. Okay, so for you guys that don't know me, I do like to talk a lot, but my name is Cristina Delgado, and I am the co-founder of Diesel Nation, which is the team that you are a part of. So we are a big organization. My sister Becky was the first one to become a coach back in 2010. I came on board a month later, and to make a really long story short, we have together, along with some incredible leaders on our team, built an organization and are continuing to build an organization that is dynamic, is successful, is inclusive, very family oriented, very fun. Like if you see us on trips, we love to have a great time together. And so we want that for you, and we welcome you to the family, because that's what we are. Hopefully, if you venture to Summit, or any of the Success Club trips at some point in the future, you'll get to experience that yourself. It really is so awesome to be part of this team, and I'm honored and blessed to lead it with not only my sister, but all the incredible leaders that we have, plus you, because now you are part of that leadership as well. So tonight I want to talk to you as if I sponsored you into the business, and I may have, and we were talking about how to get your business started, because I think that's why you are here. That's why you showed up tonight. So I don't want to take a whole lot of time, because generally my new coach calls last about 20 minutes, because all I do is pave the way for you, and really you're the one that has to take the information, take the direction, and run with it. So hopefully by this point, you have already gained access to Diesel Nation Academy. It is the training website that I put together along with some of the leaders on our team. We masterminded and put together what we believed was the best new coach training site possible for everyone in our organization. We launched that just in October of last year, and since then I truly have seen a lot of coaches become independent, and that has always been my number one goal, that I give you the opportunity to be a Beachbody coach because I've inspired you to take action, and then I give you the path, but you take it and you run with it and you forge the way that you want to do it, right? This is not a cookie cutter business. I can't give you a specific formula to follow that's going to make you successful. You're going to have to figure out your niche, figure out your message. What's the message you want to send? Figure out social media, figure out leadership, figure out the way you talk to people. All of that, you guys, is trial and error, and just repeating and repeating and repeating. But I will tell you that if you stay the course and you stay focused and you stay committed to this process, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, this business can provide greatly for you, for your family, and is very multifaceted, right? Like, there's so much to this opportunity. There's the financial, there's the physical, there's the community, there's all of that. So when you're looking at this, remember that there's so many different parts of Beachbody that you can bless other people with, right? It's not just about Beachbody on Demand and Shakeology. We also have a great business opportunity. Some people want just to be a part of strong, like-minded individuals and be positive and in a positive environment. There's all these things. So it's so broad. It is so very broad. And I want you to have that kind of experience as you go through this process. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you are number one, right? You have to be number one in this journey, both on the fitness side and on the business side. If you were to ask me, who I've been in the business now for 8 years, who has retired from the practice of law, who continues to love doing this every single day, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I love connecting people to the opportunity, to the products. I just absolutely love it. What I do in my business is I focus on me. I focus on my personal transformation. I focus on working out every day. I focus on personal development, which is extremely critical. A few of you, I'm looking at Amanda right now. I'm like, what are you reading? What are you reading? You know, like, I have to ask you, because it's such an important part of the journey to feed your mind with what it needs to continue moving forward. Because I don't think I have to tell this crowd that life is going to happen to you. Just because you became a Beachbody coach doesn't mean that now life is all rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. Like, you're going to experience a lot from now on into the future. And the strong, the ones that lean in when things happen, the ones that keep forging through, the ones that keep flooding themselves with positivity to keep inviting, keep posting, keep sharing, use the experience that they're going through as a testimony instead of a hindrance to their progress. to use it to inspire people and to teach people lessons, they're the ones that end up building businesses. They're the ones that end up inspiring and motivating and empowering other men and women to change their life. Those that give up never get to do that. And so personal development has to be key for everybody. Your personal journey, whether it's 80-day obsession or whether it's 2B mindset, whatever it is, that the tool that you choose has to be number one. And then on top of that, your business has to be number one. And when I say that, it's because, maybe this week, maybe next week, maybe in the next couple of months, you're going to start sponsoring coaches into the business. And many times, especially as a new or newer coach, you're going to want to just tend to your coaches. You're going to want to make sure they're okay and that they're motivated and that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And while you're doing that, guess what most of the time happens? You stop inviting, you stop doing the things that move your business forward. And so it's like I'm foreshadowing for you, because I've been there, I've done that, and I don't want it to happen to you, that you have to focus on you, right? Your journey, your personal business, your success club, all of that is the most important thing. Then after that, we can start, this is for another call, we can talk about your team and all of that stuff. But if you want to be successful, make sure that you are number one. Number two, that I want everybody to make sure that they understand is that you are the owner of your success. You and only you. So, I've had conversations recently where someone comes in, sells a couple of challenge packs right away, and then it kind of slows down for them. Right? And then they're like, well, no one's saying yes, or no one wants to join. It's up to you to bust through those issues, right? You own your own success. So that means that you have to talk to more people. You have to start texting, start messaging, start inviting, because you can't wait on other people to say yes, to dictate your success. And I don't know if I made sense when I said that, but many times you'll have people like want information and then they leave you hanging, or they don't respond to messages, or they say, oh, I'll call you later, and then they never do. And then it's the end of the month and you're waiting, and then you're stuck without hitting your goals. And so I want you to understand that you have to control that, and that's dictated by your activity in your own business. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so let's talk about some of the initial goals that you want to set for yourself in your business. First and foremost is to, whatever program you're doing, commit fully to it, because that's inspiring. That's what gets people moving. When they see you, who is busy, who's a mom or a dad, works a job, does all of those things, we're all very, very busy in life. When people start seeing you commit 100% to this process, by drinking your shake every day, by following that nutrition plan, by doing being proof the products work, that's super duper inspiring and absolutely should be your number one goal. Like I said, remember, you are the priority. So never, ever take that for granted. That has to be number one. The second goal that you want to set for yourself, especially as a new coach, if you just signed up, is to hit Success Club. Some people want to take things a little bit slower. I understand that some coaches want to label themselves as discount coaches. Understand that when I signed up, that's exactly what I did. I told my sister I was a practicing attorney with 2 little ones at home, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't have time. I literally just want to focus on myself. And so if you're in that space, that's totally cool. We love you just the same. But if you want to take that next step into the business, then you can't just like dabble your toes in the water. You kind of have to jump in, right? Because you have to make commitments to yourself and to your business in order to move the ball forward. If not, if you don't kind of dive in and participate and set goals and do the things that I'm going to tell you to do on this call, then you're going to find yourself lost. You're going to find yourself overwhelmed. You're going to find yourself feeling that this isn't fun. And that's the last thing I want, because remember what I said, you're number one. And so your joy in this process is always going to be my or your sponsors like first priority. So you have to jump all in order to find that joy. And I know that kind of sounds weird, but it's the absolute truth. When you start seeing those results in your business and start connecting with customers and earning Success Club, and then seeing those customers get results, that's where all of this starts to make sense. Because at the end of the day, when you start seeing your customers in your challenge groups losing weight and feeling amazing and getting off meds and doing all those things, you're gonna crave it more, right? And as you crave it more and you find the joy in the process, that's how your income grows. So I want you to absolutely go full throttle on your personal journey and obviously document. That's number two. The number two thing that you do as a brand new coach is you document your journey, right? Sometimes people say this, and maybe, you guys that I can see on video, oh, I have to be in my tip-top shape in order to be a coach. Like, so many people think that, and that's absolutely not the truth. The truth is, the more relatable you are, the better your business can be. And that means that you become a storyteller of your own journey. And that journey can be messy, it can be sloppy, it can be hard, it can really, really be unique because it's unique to you. But in that uniqueness, in that testimony, in the struggle, in the overcoming, that's where you relate to people. I'll tell you from my own personal experience, I've been a coach for a while, and my fitness journey has looked like a roller coaster. But last year, towards the end of the summer, after way too many margaritas, I had gained 20 pounds. So I looked completely different than when I was, in tip-top shape when I started Beachbody. And my business was suffering because I wasn't truly being proof the products work. The moment I committed to 80-day obsession, but not only did the program, right? Because a lot of you are doing it or have done the program. When I started documenting the change that I was undergoing, that's where I gained my power. That's where I gained the ability to influence. That's where I gained the ability to empower other people, that if I could, number one, be vulnerable in sharing the setback, but also strong enough to overcome and share the comeback, then Melissa, I attracted you at that point. Like, I'm looking at the different coaches that came on board during that time simply because I changed and I documented the journey and I inspired them. So as you're going through this process, you guys, of your program, of your life story, right, that got you to this point, like, why did you say yes to Beachbody? Why did you join? Why are you here? Why do you care so much? Like, there are reasons that are relatable to people. So you have to share that. So I'm going to ask you, number 3, to be bold, to be super bold and not be fearful of what people are going to think. That is the killer of all dreams, of all success, is caring too much what other people think. And guess what? They're likely not thinking about you. You are thinking that they're thinking about you, but everybody has their own problems. And in those problems, they're looking for people to help them. So if you are holding yourself back, guess what? All those people you think are judging you actually just need you. And all those people that you think are judging you, they don't pay your bills, right? And I had, as someone that practiced law and that had to, was posting on social media, and then had to go to the courthouse and see the judges that would see my social media posts, or the lawyers that would see my social media posts, and have to face the music, right? They would call me Shakeology in the courthouse, and they were like, oh, look, fancy that you're wearing clothes today, as I was wearing my suit, because in the morning I was wearing my sports bra to take my picture. Like, I had to get over it, because at the end of the day, I needed the business opportunity. When it turned on for me, and I figured it out, and I realized that I was in control here of our financial future with this business, none of that mattered anymore. They could say whatever they wanted. I was simply going to do me, and I was going to make this work. So I'm here asking you and telling you to be bold, and to not let fear control your actions in this business. When you feel something strong and you feel the need to share it, because I'm sure people are going to need your message. Okay, so be extremely bold. And yes, the crafting of stories is going to take time, and it's going to take practice in doing it, but just do it. Because, man, in doing so, not only is it very therapeutic for you, but that's where the relatable component comes in, and that's what sells. This is my favorite quote, and it comes from Simon Sinek, who I love. I love all his books. If you want to understand the most powerful tool in selling anything is selling the why, as opposed to the what. Have you guys heard of him? He has a book called Starts With Why. And basically the whole gist of it is, if you can share why you are doing something as opposed to what you are doing, you will be more successful, right? Do you get that? It's about the reason why you're a coach, why you drink Shakeology, why you push play every day, why you're on this call. It's Simon Sinek. So Simon, and then Sinek. Actually, this is one of his books. I keep it here to remind me all the time. This one's called Find Your Why, but his first book was called Starts With Why. And both these books literally changed my entire business. When I became a coach, and you're going to feel the need to do this, is vomit how amazing Shakeology is. You might even want to tell everybody that it has 70 ingredients, and that it has superfoods, and that it has maca root, and all these things. Nobody cares. You want to know what they care about? They want to know why you drink it. They want to know why you are so passionate about that shake. They want to know why you are crazy enough to commit to an 80-day program. If you share the feelings and the emotions and are able to transfer them onto other people, whether it's in a conversation, whether it's on a social media post, whether it's in a text message, or however you want to, or a voice message on Facebook, that's where you gain your power. Okay, so as you start building, as you start communicating with people, never forget that it's always about why you are doing something. Okay, so that's very important. Number 4 is your why. So I guess that I circled into that one perfectly. You need to understand your why. And what that means is, what is the deep reason why you want to pursue this opportunity. Some people may right now, some of you might be listening to me say this and say, well, there's not really a deep reason. I kind of just thought it would be fun, or, some extra money would be cool. I want you to scratch down into that a little bit more. I want you to get underneath the surface and find out what's missing in your life that called you to this, because there's probably something, right? Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's that you haven't taken your kids on vacation, or or maybe you just need some girlfriends, and you want to connect with other women in a more profound level. That's important a lot, and I see this a lot. where you want to be around more like-minded people that are positive and seeking change and want to forge change, as opposed to like the drama gossipy people at school, like maybe it's that, or there has to be some reason that drew you to the opportunity, especially to building the opportunity, because the discount is one thing, right? We all like to save money, and that's cool, but why are you on this call? Like what is it? Is it because of something that happened in your life that you want to help change in other people's lives? So this is a concept that you're not going to have answered tonight. Some of you might have it answered, but I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. And when you feel emotional about the reason, write it down, because that's what's going to keep you grounded in the opportunity, right? At least for now. Your why will change. So my why when I became a coach was to just wear a bikini. It was very superficial. It was dumb, right? I did, because I was a discount coach. I just wanted to focus on me and feel good about myself again. And then as I started to start selling Shakeology, because way back then when I was a coach in the dinosaur era, it was basically just Shakeology that we would sell. So yeah, think about that. The business was like way harder back then, because now we have all these cool things. And, I started seeing that weekly paycheck coming in. And it was at that time where the markets had crashed. We were in over our heads in our house. We were literally drowning in debt. And I started seeing that weekly paycheck. And it was small, and sometimes a little bigger, and then sometimes it was zero, and then sometimes it was $30, and then sometimes it was $100. And it was like in those moments that I realized that this business could give us more, could provide us more. And so my why became financial, and it became about getting rid of our debt. And there was an experience with going to Disney and maxing out credit cards that got me emotional about it, that I never ever wanted to feel like that again, where I couldn't pay for something because our credit cards were maxed out. It was embarrassing to me. I never wanted to feel it again. And literally that's when I unleashed, and I said, I don't care what people think. I don't care what, I'm just going to do this. And so your why does evolve. And then after that, my son was diagnosed with autism. And so then my why became about coming home. And there was a deep, very emotional reason to come home. And it was because of DJ. So I want you to understand this concept, because it's like your lighthouse in the business. It's what will keep you steady. It's what will keep you growing. It's what will keep you focused even when times don't seem to be that great. And I'm here, and one of my words is be bold, right? That was number 3 or 4 on my list to you. I'm going to be bold as your mentor. And I'm going to tell you that times in this business aren't always great. And while there's going to be months that you'll hit Success Club fairly easily, there's going to be months where you're at the end and you're like, how am I going to get this done? Because guess what? The holidays suck for our business, except when you have a launch like 80 Day Obsession, and then it's fabulous. But not all the times is that going to happen, right? People are focused on gifts and Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that time of the year is a challenge for us. But when you're dialed into your why, none of that matters. It just happens because you are so focused on accomplishing that mission. Does that make sense? Yeah, I say that a lot, I know. But so that you have to really, really, really figure out, and that's a personal journey, and I can help you because I've been around a while and I've seen a lot of whys. I've seen a lot of fake whys, right? So everybody's knee-jerk reaction because you feel like that's what good people say. A lot of people think that their why is, oh, but I just want to help people, right? That's my why. I just want to help people. That's what we do for a living, you guys. That's not your why. You're gonna help people, and the reason you're gonna help people is because your why is making you help people through this opportunity. So why is it that you're doing it? Why are you showing up every single day? And then lastly is setting goals. And I don't know, I kind of touched on this, But in this business, you want to set goals on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, every 6 months, and then on the year, because that's what keeps you moving forward. One of the things that I always used to tell myself as I grew this business was, okay, what's next, right? And so there's a few things that you want to focus on when it comes to goal setting. The first one is, how many people per month do you want to help, right? So if we talk in numbers of Success Club, when you hit Success Club 6, you've helped 3 people with a challenge pack, right? If you hit Success Club 10, you've helped at least 5 people with a challenge pack. You know, one thing someone told me early on and always stuck with me, the more times you hit Success Club 10, the bigger your paycheck's going to be. And guess what? That aligns with my why, when my why turned financial. So my personal goal is always to hit Success Club 10 or more, right? Because I know that's going to not only expand my customer base, which I want, but also expand my income, right? So Success Club has to be a goal. But I want to caution you, Success Club isn't the only goal. We have a huge product line. And so I don't want you to feel like a failure, or I don't want you to feel like you're failing the team if a sale doesn't equate to Success Club points. Yeah, I want you to help people in whatever way they need help. If it's a 2B mindset kit without Shakeology, heck, that's an amazing thing. Help them with that. If it's just Beachbody On Demand subscription, fantastic. Help them with that. Because guess what, you guys? The more people that you help and say yes to, and then provide an amazing experience to, they're going to be the future coaches of your team. And whether they drink Shakeology at the onset of your relationship with them or not, it doesn't matter in the big picture. So I've been doing this for a year. I've changed, because I used to be like Success Club, that's all it was, just Success Club. And I've realized through my changing of that I've welcomed a lot more people onto my team that didn't necessarily start with Shakeology. So I don't want you to close your eyes or close your door to someone because of that. Now, some of you are like, well, I was in your 80-day obsession group and you made us drink Shakeology. Yes, I did. And the reason why is because with 80-day obsession, I drank Shakeology and I was part of the test group. And the reason why a lot of people came to me because of 80-day obsession was because of my results. So I told them, like, you have to drink Shakeology because that's what I did. And so it absolutely is a requirement. But in any other program, to be mindset, if they're going to do the 21-day fix, the more the merrier. Everyone deserves, to be served where they're at. And so if you inspire them to take action, whether it's small or big, you should celebrate that. You should welcome them with open arms. You should provide them with an incredible experience. The more you do that, the better. So on our team pages, whatever, although we do celebrate Success Club because that's what I see in my back office. I see Success Club points. When you make a sale, shout it out. Tell me, tell your coach, whoever it is, because that's important. We want you to touch as many lives as possible. Yes? So I want you to focus on Success Club, but also focus on our entire product line. The second one is advancing your business to Emerald and beyond. And I want to start talking about and beyond because a lot of times when I talk to new coaches and I say, hit Emerald, right? Because Emerald's important because XYZ. And I'll tell you why Emerald's important, but they think that that's the end of the road. Or they did it, that, woo, Emerald coach got this. And Emerald is very important, but I want you to get beyond it. And I want you to be bold in moving past Emerald. So some of you are like, what the hell is Emerald? So Emerald is when you sponsor 2 coaches personally into the business. So not only are you sponsoring, selling challenge packs, selling BOD, whatever to customers, you now have invited 2 new coaches onto your team. Now, I will tell you that a lot of times hitting emeralds is you sponsoring your spouse and your best friend or your sister or your brother, right? If they're going to drink Shakeology, absolutely get them on board right away. And the way that I explain this, that I think it helps you wrap your head around it, the spouse account, think of it as a real estate investment, right? Right now, it might not be making you a lot of money, but if you have a long-term vision for this business into the future, you want that spouse account to be as high in your organization as possible. Because as you start building and then other people on your team start building, you want the spouse account to benefit from the volume that is generated as the organization grows. And I'll tell you that right now the organization is growing at a rapid clip. And so, you know, getting your spouse or your sibling or a family member signed up right away is important. In my business, my husband is one of my diamonds, is one of my top earning diamonds, because of the way that I strategize the placement of coaches, all that down the line. But so you understand, it is important. If you don't have a spouse, don't worry. A spouse, I use it loosely. It can be a best friend. It could be a sibling or a parent or anything like that. So that is typical of how someone gets to Emerald. But I want you to get beyond that, because I want you to understand that the business income-wise, it grows when you do go beyond that, right? You just can't remain an Emerald and make a substantial income. You got to keep pushing forward. And the reason why I always start with Success Club and then I come down to Emerald is because what Emerald does when you become consistent in hitting Success Club is it opens the door to leads. Beachbody is the only network marketing company that offers leads to its coaches. That means people that buy off of beachbody.com or beachbodyondemand.com, which is the popular lead right now, or Shakeology.com, all of those customers that don't have a coach, right? They do not have a coach, and they purchase something, they get assigned to us, the Emeralds and above that hit Success Club. So every week, and I know I've been doing this for quite a while, but every week there is a pretty big chunk of my paycheck that comes from leads that I didn't generate the sale, right? Beachbody generated the sale. Just because I'm doing my job and hitting Success Club and advancing in rank, I'm getting these leads in my back office, and when they make purchases, I earn the commission. Isn't that cool? So that's a good reason why to hit Success Club and to be Emerald. So Emerald, and all of this is in Diesel Nation Academy. You don't have to write it down. But Emerald and SC5, you get what's called customer leads. These are Beachbody on-demand subscriptions, 3-day refresh. All these customers that just buy something. You're not going to get the commission off the first sale, but any sale thereafter, you will get the commission. And what I am seeing, and I truly believe that it's because of our upgrade with our technology, and I know a lot of you have experienced this. You were customers of Beachbody before our tech upgrade, so you know we went from like the Stone Age to like the 21st century this year in terms of what our website looks like. I'm seeing that a lot of leads are buying more and more products. So they're buying Beachbody on-demand subscription and adding a 3-day refresh to their order, or even Shakeology to their order. So the lead system is alive and well right now. I truly believe that. And we have seasons where it kind of dips and comes back up. But right now with the bars and to be mindset and all of that stuff, it's really, really great. So think about that as you're moving your business forward. The next goal that you should be thinking about is your personal development. What book are you going to start off with, but how are you going to continue growing, right? You have to have a growth plan. And if you listen to John Maxwell, you listen to even Simon Sinek or Jack Canfield, they are big in growth plans. you can't read the same book over and over again just because you like it and it makes you feel good and expect to grow your business. You have to push yourself when it comes to personal development. So I love getting started with books like You're Badass and all that stuff. That those are they make you feel good so that you can work your business. But what about when those good feelings kind of die down? Where are you going to go? So, if you look at you can't look because you have a big Christina Delgado head staring at you, but behind that is all my personal development books. And if you look at my phone, it's a bunch of stuff on Audible, right? Like if you're a listener, then download books. If you're a reader, then get books that are going to push you in areas that you need to be pushed. Is it leadership? Is it the way that you use it, communication? Do you need help with communication? So don't just stay stuck in like kind of the elementary kind of personal development books. Those are great, and I always go back to them every once in a while to make myself feel good again. But push yourself in terms of personal development. And if you look at Diesel Nation Academy, there is a whole list, and actually I'm going to be adding more to that soon, of books that you can download. You can download or purchase on Amazon. Whew, okay, I should have gotten a glass of water. I think I am personally done with my section, other than I'm going to say this to you guys. I want to see you here a year from now. I want to see you here 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4, 5, 6, 8. I'm 8 years into the business. And it was 4 years into the business that I retired from the practice of law. And I'm not here to tell you that that needs to be your goal, that you leave your job or you do any of this. But what is it that you want to take away from it? And never give up. Have a long-term vision for this. Your success is not dictated by how you do your first month. Please understand that. If you in your first month, you say, I'm going to start my business, and nobody buys from you, you are not a failure. There's some coaches that didn't get their first sale until a year later and then built to 15-star because it clicked for them. It might not click for you at the same time it clicks for the person on this call to your right or to your left. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's start is different. Everybody's journey is different. When it clicks for you, you will know it. And it's freaking the best thing in the world when it clicks, because it's like, oh, let's make some moolah, right? Like, let's do this. It's not always about the money, but understand that this is a business opportunity. And so it's there for you, right? It's there to serve you and to serve your family. So always remember that. So with that said, I'm going to open it up to any questions. And if you want to type them, you can definitely type them out. Whew, okay, let me see. I'm going to scroll because, okay, Andrea, you asked the author's name, and it's Simon Sinek. So SIMONSINEK. Oh, Morgan. Thank you, Morgan. Do these guys you just dated have books on tape? Tape? I don't know. There's Audible. Well, podcasts are awesome too. Like Tony Robbins' podcast. I think Simon Sinek has a podcast. So those are fantastic, and they're free. But if you download, and this is also in Diesel Nation Academy, you guys, there is an app called Audible. And what you do is you purchase the audio book from Amazon, and it links to your Audible account, and then you can listen to the book. The instructions to that are in Diesel Nation Academy. So if you guys want to check that out. So if you're a listener or you have a long commute to work, you can literally knock out a book in a day if you have a long commute. It's really fantastic. Oh, Amazon has audio as well. I see. You learn something new every single day. Yay. Thank you, Alicia. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? No questions? You're like, what do I do now? Okay, let me tell you what you do now. So I know you guys are like, okay, I have no idea. What do? You start. And how do you start is I give you steps, right, in Diesel Nation Academy of how, if looking back to my start, or if my start was now, what would I do? I would create a list, and that list is something that you continuously grow and add to, and you never, ever, ever like permanently scratch someone off the list. You never do it. And I was saying Amanda this today. A no today is not a no forever. So you never want to forget the people that you've had conversations with, because they do come around. I mean, I'm looking at Andrea right now. I think I've invited her to be a coach at least 55 times, like at least 55 times. And she always ignored, like she like just jumped over the question. And she's here now, right? So a no today is not a no forever. That doesn't mean you be a pest, you breathe down people's necks, but understand that we become a necessity, whether it's the products or the opportunity, at some point in everybody's life. We are getting older, we need to take care of ourselves, and our audience needs to take care of themselves. So one day, something you say is going to trigger them to want to take action, and you're going to be there to be their coach and walk them through that. So I would start a list. I would announce that I'm a coach. I would start talking immediately to those closest to me who are not judgmental. And you're going to tell them, okay, I totally suck at this. I'm very new, but I'm starting my first challenge group, and I want you to be my first success story. Like, please join me and let's get results together, and let's do this 2B mindset thing. I want to try it out. I hear it's amazing. Join me. Let's learn how to do this. And just be casual about it, right? Just be casual. As you do that, and you're helping those closest to you at work, your friends, your family, always be thinking, how do I grow, right? Because you can't stay stuck in just the people that you speak to or see on a daily basis. So how do I grow? So we created an Instagram training. I saw it today somewhere that Instagram is the most powerful social media site right now. And I could not agree more. It is absolutely the most powerful. And like I said, this week I did a thing for Autumn in one of her groups. It's free, right? How crazy that you can literally build a business on a social media platform that is absolutely free. Like, think about that. So what we did is we created a training on Instagram. If you're not already in that training, please speak up in TTT. I think it's linked somewhere. I think Paulina might have linked it. If not, we'll get you in there. I still have not transferred the information onto Diesel Nation Academy, but I will, and so that it's accessible. And then, let me see, are there any questions? Because the last thing I want to leave you with is, don't be afraid to sponsor coaches. As a new coach, I know it's like, okay, I just started, I don't really know, and so how can I sponsor someone to the business? We got you, right? We want you to build your business. We want you to sponsor coaches because we want you to build your income and all of that. Diesel Nation Academy is yours. It literally, I created it for you. So as you sponsor coaches, that's what you give them, right? You give them Diesel Nation Academy. You say, this was created for our team. It's our coach training. Any training that we have as a team, you bring them into it. Every time we have a launch, like right now we have a team 2B mindset group, you add your people to that, right? So the point of this is, don't be afraid to work your business because you don't know. All of that will come with time. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, you're going to stumble. You're going to learn as you go, but just don't let that stop you, because that's where you literally get the experience to then pass on to other people. My gosh, have I made mistakes in this business, you guys. And if I hadn't, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have worked through the kinks. I wouldn't have grown through those experiences. So, all right, I think I'm losing my voice. Any questions? How do we get added to the 2B Mindset group? Are you in my TTT group, Alicia? Okay, so right now I'll just grab the link and you can just request entry and I will accept it right away so you can get into that. It's on Facebook, so it's not on the app. I have, my own page, my own app group, but that page is active, and we have a few of the test group members in there, so you'll get to experience that with them. So I'll put that up. Whew, my throat. All right, you guys, I think we're done. It is May 8th. That means that you have an entire month ahead of you to set some goals and to see that you accomplish them. And absolutely, our job, whoever sponsored you into the business, and I always say this to all my new coaches, because you see that we're all busy. I'm busy, you're busy, everybody's busy, but this is my full-time job. So never ever feel afraid to reach out to me, to ask for help, to strategize, for any of that, because this is what I do for a living. If I'm busy that day, just like if you're busy that day, we will schedule and we'll figure it out, and we'll make it happen. So you guys have a great night. I'll post a recording of this call, so if anyone needs to go back to it. But I hope this was helpful, and I just want you to see you start, and let's go change a lot of lives, and in the process change our own. So bye, you guys. I'll talk to you later.